everyone, it's Tammy, and today I want to make a card for you using a stamp set that I hadn't used before, but I think it's really cute. It's called Build a Hyacinth by Alt New, and it comes in two sections. Well, it doesn't come, it came as one big stamp set, but then I cut it down so that it would fit into my little cards that I like to use. So this somehow got stuck in the middle. There we go. So it's one big stamp set like this, but I cut it so that I could use it. But it has lots of different stamps, and I picked purple because I think that the real color of a hyacinth is purple. I'm not positive, but I did some other colors too as a test when I was working on them. So let me show you. Here's a pink one, and then here's a blue one. And I think those are both really cute. I haven't really done anything with this card, but I like it. And I also printed somewhere, oh, I think I put it on the back of this. And they had this on their website, so I printed that so that I would know, excuse me, how I'm supposed to put it together, because it's a little bit confusing looking at it. It's hard to tell exactly which way to do it, but with this diagram it made it a lot simpler. So let me show you what I did with this card. I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and I cut it in half, and then I scored it in half and folded it so that it becomes an A2 sized card. So this becomes 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 folded like this. And then I took a piece of cardstock that was 4 by 5 1/4 and I used that to layer. That's the white. And then I took another one that was 3 3/4 by 5, and that's what this purple layer is. So I'm just going down 1/4 of a size each one. So this one's 4 1/4, this one's 4, this one's 3 3/4, this one's 3 1/2 inches by, again, this one's 5 1/2, 5 1/4, 5, 4 3/4. So 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 is my top layer. And I just took a ribbon and made a bow and glued that on there, and then I just put the sentiment "Keep Smiling." So I'm going to make something similar to this. I don't know that I'm going to make it as many layers. I think that I didn't cut out as many layers. I don't remember exactly. We'll see. And then I also put a piece of white cardstock on the inside, and that one is cut 1/4 inch smaller. So this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So that means that I should have one that's 4 by 5 1/4 to go on the inside. So let's go ahead and put that there. I'm going to take off my bracelet because it makes some noise. So, like I said, this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just putting that right down here with a little bit of border around each edge. And then, oh, I guess I did cut it out the same. So I'm going to go ahead, since I have enough already pre-cut. I couldn't remember what I did. I actually made this, prepared this a few days ago, so pardon me if I'm a little rusty, but I should be all right. What did I do here? No. So that's 4 by 5 1/4, that layer. And this one is 5 by 3 3/4. Again, just going down 1/4 of an inch. And then so that makes this one, let's see, I have to do the math because I can't do it in my head. I can't remember which one it is. So this one started out at 4 1/4, 4, 3 3/4, 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, 5 1/4, 5, 4 3/4. So 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 is what this one measures. And before I put this one down, because if I mess up I can always use the other side, I'm not going to stick this one down yet. I'm going to do my stamping first. And I'm going to do another purple one. Well, obviously, because I have the, well, not obviously, I guess, but I have the purple stuff out there. So you want 3 different colors of whatever stamp you're using. Or you could do the thing where you like do secondhand stamping or whatever, but I'm doing 3 different colors of the stamp, and you start off with the lightest one. So I'm going to be using, whoops, 3 different shades. Well, I thought I was. Oh, I better go get that. Of my purple ink. Oh lordy, lordy. I think it fell like behind my, oh here, no, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But it did open, which is what I feared. At first I was going to leave it till I was finished, but I was afraid that it opened, and it did. So, I didn't want it to dry out. Not that it would anytime soon, but you know what I'm saying. So let's see. These two certainly go. I'm not sure about this one, but that's the only pink or the other purple one that I have that I think would go. So it'll be fine. So I'm going to use these 3 shades. And then I need 2 shades of my green. So let's see, I think I will use these 2. One a little darker than the other one. And I'm going to start with my lightest one. When you're doing like stepping, like this is called two-step stamping. Even though in the stem it is 2 steps, but in the flower it's 3, or actually kind of 4, but whatever. I'm not getting into that. You just call it two-step stamping. And you always want to start with the lightest color. So I'm going to pick out the largest stem, which is this one. So for this one here, I'm going to stamp here, just like that. And then I need to clean my stamp off and have my stamp and scrub here, except for I think it's dry. So one side is wet and the other side is dry, and it just cleans your stamps off. And then that one is supposed to have a little piece that goes up, and it's this one here. And so I'm just putting this on top of this one. And it looks like there's just a little bit of a spot. Now, I don't know, maybe oh, I'm getting some ink on there. Maybe the person that did it intended you to do these a little differently. I didn't watch any videos, and it's been a while since I've used these stamps, but yeah, I don't know. And I got some ink on here, so let me show you what I can do with that. I have a sand eraser. This is a Mono brand Tombow sand eraser, and you can take that and just kind of rub it over where you messed, and lots of times it will at least lighten it, if not totally make it disappear. I'm pushing pretty good, and I think that will be good, because I think that when I have the other flower on there, you probably won't even be able to notice. But there, that was pretty neat. I love that eraser. Okay, so that is the bottom part of the first stamp, and then I'm going to do my 2 stamping on this. So I'm going to take the darker stamp, put that on my block, I guess I could have done both the lighter ones first and then both the darker ones, but oh well. And then, pardon my head, but I have to get this over the light one, and I'm just stamping right over it. I lined it up looking through my block, and then you can see where it's 2 different colors now. Kind of neat. Put this away. I think I'm going to sneeze. Whew, excuse me. I'm going to take my larger but still green stamp that I'm going to do on this side, and do that in the lighter color. And this is going to have a taller purple part on it, like a taller stem thing, so I'm going to do it to there because then I still have to put a top on there. I'm not explaining this card well, and I apologize. I don't know what the deal is. It's a hard stamp to explain, but hopefully you're getting it from watching me, what I'm doing. And the two-step stamping is certainly not faring well with my mouth today either. Oh, and there might be another one that goes on top. There is another one that goes on top, so I don't want to put that blue or that green away yet. So I'm going to take my darker one. Again, I'm lining it up with this one, stamping. And I'll put this away. And then there is one more that goes on top of this. And that is this one. And this one goes on top. I'm literally looking at my thing to make sure I get this right. This one goes up here like this. There we go. So you can see this one's a lot taller than the other one. It's not as full, it's going to be just a little sprig, but it's I think I put this in the wrong spot. Yes, I did. Oops. There we go. So now I think I'm done with my greens, so I'm going to put those back. And I'm going to use my lightest purple. And I'm going to do light, light, dark, dark, I think, for the purple instead of doing it. Instead of completing one, I'm going to just do it so that I'm getting the light on and then the light on all three of them. I'll show you because I just need to shut up, don't I? Words are eluding me today. Goodness gracious. Don't get old, people. And then you put this on top, and I'm kind of looking to see where it goes on with my little thing. I want to, this kind of goes down here like that, and I think that that lines up in the middle. Yes. And then those. So I'm going to stamp that like that. And it may not look like much right now, and that's fine. And then I'm going to use the same ink, and I'm going to use my first stamp on the other side, the one that's the biggest. So I'm inking that up, and then this goes on top of this one. I'm looking through my stamp again, or my block again, and lining this up to where I think that they're supposed to be. Like that. But then I kind of think that there needs to be something right there. Oh my goodness, you know what I did? I did this upside down. It's supposed to be like this. You know what? That's okay. I'm just going to leave it and see how it looks at the end. That's okay. This is crafting, and this is it kind of gives a little bit, almost a watercolory look. And then I need the second one. So this is the second fullest flower stamp. And then the middle colored stamp, and make sure I have this going the right direction. And then this just goes right on top of the other one. Now again, pardon my head, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I do know that I need to stick my head in here. do my best to get it as straight as I can, and then I push it straight down and then straight up. Yay! It already looks a million times better than it did. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the next one. So I want this one, and I need to turn it upside down. And let's go over it. Just like that. And then lastly, well, not lastly, but for the flowers, the last part of the flower is the darkest purple and the one that has the least amount of image on it. And you guys can probably see I'm turning this card around, doing all sorts of different things. And do whatever you need to make sure that you can position it where you want it, because you want this to go right on top. And again, if you screw it up, it's not going to be the end of the world. Like, that's not totally centered. But honestly, I think it looks fine. And I think that not knowing, I would not know that it wasn't centered. And you could use like a stamp of the jig or whatever if you wanted to make it that much better. And let me do the same with this one. There we go. I did a better job of lining it up over there, which makes me wonder if I shouldn't try to do like one flower over here. I think I will, just so it has something sticking up off there. I don't know, I'm probably going to make it crazy, but I'm going to go for it. So I'm just taking this one flower, trying to ink it up like that. And then, oh, I just did that in the darkest one. Oh well. I'm just going to take this darkest one. I really am not doing a good job showing you this. I wonder if I will really post this video, because this one really kind of stinks. Sorry guys, if you're still watching this, if I did post it and you're watching it, go watch some of my other videos. You might like those better. But I probably will post it because that's who I am. I want you guys to see the good and the bad, and you know, we all screw up sometimes. And I think that crafting sometimes is figuring out what you did wrong and just going with it, or figuring out how to make it work. Which in this case, I think that looks fine. I didn't do 3 steps, I only did 2, and I did them both at the same color. But because it only layered it on some, then it's still darker in those areas. And this one I totally got off center somehow, but I don't know, I think I'm going to go with it. And then I need to get like a orangey color, or whatever color you want. I'm going to do like an orangey color, and I'm taking these. These are just little dots, but they go in the middle to kind of make it look like there are little dots in the middle of the flowers, and I can never really figure out where they're supposed to go. Let me see if I can look on that thing. It says this way, and it starts with this one. Okay, yeah, that looks right. If I have to look at the little thing, otherwise I'm messing it up for sure.
Hey honey.
So then I'm just going to put those on here like this.
I have to clean up my tools. I gotta go get a little thing of 2-cycle oil.
So then that's how that ends up looking. Okay, be careful.
And then I'll be right back.
Hey. Oh, I guess he didn't hear me. I was going to tell him if he wanted to pick up something for lunch, he could, but he probably doesn't want to, and that's okay. I'm really fine. Alright, and then I'm going to use one of the colors and put a sentiment on it. But I don't think this color. I think I will use, let's see, I think I'll use this middle one because I already put the other one back. And let's see, I have you sincerely, your sincerity inspires me. Follow this sincerity of your heart and it will lead you to the right path. And then keep smiling. So I kind of liked the keep smiling best. I like the font best too. I'm just going to put that down here. So then, I still think I got some ink on it. This card is like getting ink all over my hands. I am just not doing well with this one. And it does a little bit look like a hot mess, doesn't it? This is a Hot Mess Express card. I'm tempted to try it again on the other side. It can't be any worse, can it? And if it can, then oh well. Let's do it again. This time I'm going to. Okay. Let's just stamp it again, just because I'm not crazy about that. And I don't even like the orange that I picked. I like the yellow better that I did on that one. And that one has a little smudge on it too. I don't know that it did before I started this card. So I'm not only messing up the card I'm doing, I'm messing up the card I've already done. Wow. All right. Let's start this puppy again. Have a drink of my coffee. Oh, it's gone. One drop left. All right. Let's work on this again. Putting that one up there for now. Turning both of these over. And I'm going to start by stamping the purple part because I am going to be rebellious. I think that will make it maybe easier. I don't know. And I'm going to start with my lightest purple. My biggest stamp. Hi everyone. It's Tammy. Let's see. Stamp it right here. Perfect. So far, so good. Put this down. Pick up the biggest one for the other stamp. And they can be kind of close together. That's not the right way. This is the right way. And I think that's how I'll do it. There is a little bit of a mess right there. I might try to get that off, but I think I'll wait until after I have, and I'm going to put this on here so that it's sticking the right way, at least my right way, the way I would think to do it. And then let's get the second one, which is this one. Have to look at them. I'm going to put this one away. The second lightest or darkest, however you want to look at it, the middle one. I'm going to stamp that right on top, and I am getting my head over here. Sorry guys. Sorry, not sorry. I gotta get in there. And then the second one for the other one is this one. darling. I'm going to do that in this. And now I need the darkest color. There we go. Pretty good, pretty good. Not too shabby. That one's stored backwards too, in my opinion, the way my head works. Ink this one up, and then try to carefully line this one up. That's better. It's still not great, but it's better for sure. Alright, so then now let's get out the green. I want the lightest green first. And I'm going to use, let's see, I want this stem. This stem goes to here. Like that. And I'm not going to worry that it kind of looked a little watercolory over there. I'm not going to worry about it. And then I need, so that stem, and then this funny little thing, this. I don't even think I used this the last time, but that's because I did it wrong. That goes up there like that. And then for my other one, I need this. Oh, and you know what I need? Which other one? The one that has a little thing on the top. I think it's that one. Yes. So then this one, must go like that. Just gives it a little bit of green in there, I guess. I don't know. And when I'm cleaning off these little baby stamps, it's sometimes easier just to do it with a wash, with a baby wipe, instead of trying to get it with the cleaner. Okay, so then I have this, and this needs to go like that. Okay, so then I can do my darker one. And that. And then I'm going to put this one. Like that. Yay, I think that looks better. And then I'm going to take a yellow color and those dots. I honestly think that this yellow thing is what made me not like the other one at all. The choice of color when I did the orange instead of the yellow, I don't think I liked that at all. And then this is going to go on here. I'm trying to figure it out again. Oh, here we go. So this. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Like that. Ooh, I got some extra yellow on there. Pollen is falling down. Hey, I still like it better than the other side, I think. So these two-step and stamps, though, I really do like because it does kind of allow you to have a little bit of wiggle room in the way that you do it, because if it gets a little bit messed up, it looks like it's watercolory. So to me, I don't think it's a big deal. Of course, if you don't like that look, then, you know, don't make the card or use a stamp or a Misty or something that will allow you to put them exactly where you want them. Which, you know, is always an option too, but sometimes I don't mind this look, so that's okay. Like this one I got way off, but I think that looks alright. And I think if I would have gotten it spot on, then this one would have been way off. At least that's the way it looks to me, but who knows. So now I could either use this side or this side. I definitely like this side better, so I'm going to be using this side. Oh, sorry, and I just totally knocked you guys out. So I'm just using this as though it was never even stamped on. And where's my card? Let's put this down. Like that. And then I can put my bow on there, however you might want to do your bow, if you want a bow. This one had a little spot right here that I thought looked great for the bow. On this one, I'm not quite sure where I want to put the bow. So I'm kind of wondering if I even need a bow. I could put the bow like on this flower. But I think I'm just going to skip it on this one. I don't think it needs it. I think it's cute on this one, but I don't think that this one necessarily needs it. And I think it's a cute card. So there we go. Whew. The struggle is real on this one. Again, it is called Build a Hyacinth. Heck, I can't even say the word. So the whole shebang is a struggle for me for some reason. But it is a pretty stamp set. I do love the two-step stamping. And I like this card. I think it turned out really cute. I'm absolutely fine with it. I would give it to my mom. That's how much I think it's okay. I'd give it to my daughter. I don't have any problem with it. And actually, I think I did a better job stamping it this second time, at least the flower part, than I did on that one. But it's really cute. So whatever. I don't mind at all. Hope that you guys enjoy. And yeah, hope you get creative. Hope that inspires you to know that even if you make a mistake, you can still work it out. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oops, did I not end it?